Hi Taurus, I'm Kay. Welcome to Lit Intuition Tarot. And today I'm going to be doing your weekly love reading. This one is Who is Your Soulmate? So if you've been seeing a few people or one person but not really sure if any of them are your soulmate, but you have suspicions, then this may provide some guidance as to, or some confirmation as to who that may be. Or if you haven't met anyone or are not currently involved, then this could simply be some things to look out for. I do weekly love readings for you guys. The spreads and formats vary from week to week though, so if this reading isn't really your cup of tea, please check me back another week. I also do weekly general readings, which also change each time I do them. So just have a few more shuffles here to go. I want to point out that this being a very new channel, I greatly appreciate any likes, shares, subscriptions, and then if you tap on the notification bell, you'll be made aware of my future uploads. Also, if my reading doesn't resonate with you, you can check your other sign placements as they're posted. Finally, in the description box below, there's a tentative schedule I'll be posting here on YouTube, subject to change, as well as a list of the Oracle and Tarot decks that I use, instructions for how to donate to my channel if you're so inclined, and a link to my website where you can book a personal reading with me or order a personalized avatar birth chart. That sounds like something you might be interested in. Go ahead and check it out. Alright, Taurus, so let's get started on Who is Your Soulmate. I'm going to put out 6 cards, and then I'm going to go ahead and clarify them with 2 cards each. For the first layer here, I'm going to be using, you know what, I actually meant to start with the before tarot and clarify with the after tarot. That would make more sense. I usually don't do all the shuffling at the beginning, so it doesn't take so long. I usually shuffle the second deck halfway through. So I do apologize for the delay here while I shuffle this deck, but at least we won't have to shuffle the other one again when it's time to clarify. So I do shuffle the decks generally 7 times each. It's just a way for me to connect with spirit. And I actually just recalled that I haven't said my morning prayer yet. So while I do these last 4 shuffles, I'll go ahead and ask spirit. Thank you for my many blessings. Please assist me in enforcing the decree that anything or anyone that is here or in my energy without your or my express consent, invitation, or permission must leave now. Please guard and protect me, Archangel Michael, with the shield of your holy celestial light, so that no negative energies or entities that wish me harm may penetrate. Please guide my hands, the cards, and my actions today to best reflect your intent and will, and to provide clarity and truth. Thank you, Spirit. Amen. Okay. Last shuffle. That worked out well for me. Sorry you guys had to sit through it, but we are ready to begin. Spirit, please show me Taurus's soulmate. How will they meet? Please give me a card for how Taurus will meet their soulmate. Okay. The deck's being kind of weird. Let's try again. Spirit, please show me how Taurus will meet their soulmate. Okay, so the card that popped out is the King of Pentacles. I see that as being your energy, Taurus, or that of Virgo. Can also be Capricorn. And of course, those don't have to be relevant, really. I just like to mention them for those whom it may be a confirmation for. Okay, so next, for your first impression of this person, we have what I call a double flicker. Okay, a double flipper, not flicker, where 2 spots in the deck flip over. The Queen of Wands popped out, as well as the World on the other section. So I will interpret these when I start to clarify. Okay, Queen of Swords and the World. Interesting. Spirit, please show me a card indicating the physical appearance of Taurus's soulmate. Physical appearance, please. Spirit, thank you. Show me a card. Okay. Okay, so for physical appearance, we've got the Hermit, Major Arcana for Virgo energy. Please show me a card for the personality. Okay. So that one fell on my lap, but I saw it in my hand first, so I'm going to take it. For this person's personality, we got the Death card, which is Major Arcana for Scorpio energy. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me hardships and lessons to be learned through this connection. Hardships and lessons for Taurus and their soulmate. For hardships and lessons that you may learn, both learn through the soulmate connection, the Queen of Cups came out. That's Cancerian energy. Could also represent Pisces or Scorpio. And Spirit, please show me Taurus's overall feelings for this soulmate. Oh! My bad. I just dropped a few cards. I'm picking them up here real quick. Bear with me, please. Making sure none of them went under the sofa. Okay. Right now I'm just getting them all upright before I put them back on the deck. Spirit, please show me Taurus's overall feelings for their soulmate. Before Christmas, please. Okay. So for your overall feelings for this person, Taurus, we have the Hierophant, which is Major Arcana for your energy, the Taurus energy. Okay. So now, as I said, we've already pre-shuffled the clarification deck. And let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say here about your soulmate. Please clarify the King of Pentacles. Okay, so for how you meet, this generally speaks to me as sort of the frame of mind you're in, or what your activities are when you meet this person in your life. So not necessarily like, you know, anything specific, like you'll meet them, you know, at a Christmas party or anything like that. The first card coming out to clarify the King of Pentacles is the Seven of Cups from the After Tarot now. And that's more Scorpionic energy. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay. The other card clarifying the King of Pentacles is the Hanged Man. Major Arcana for Pisces energy. So, as for how you will meet this soulmate, Taurus, you're going to be standing in your power. You're definitely not going to be in any kind of state of mind where it's like you need a soulmate. It seems to me like, okay, so you're kind of cruising in boss mode, male or female. It says the King of Pentacles, but the gender doesn't matter. It's just an energy. So you're standing in your power, you're doing well for yourself, perhaps financially, in your career and so forth. And, you know, feeling stable, generous. I mean, things are going pretty smoothly for you. And because you're in a position where you're abundant, even if it's not financially, but in other ways, you do have a lot of options that are available to you. But it's like you have this higher perspective where you're kind of looking at it and realizing, you know, I have all these things to choose from, but now I've finally gotten to a place where I want to choose the one. That's what I'm picking up from that. So with all these opportunities ahead of you, you know, and maybe you've even dated several people and kind of tried different things out, and you may have had some fun, but you've kind of figured out what you do want and what you don't want from a soulmate or a partner. And so you've reached that spot where it's like, okay, so I've been kind of in this energy for a while where, you know, I wasn't really choosing, but now I see what I actually really want. So that's, you know, so in other words, you have to reach that readiness, of course, first. And that may sound like a no-brainer, especially if you're here for who is your soulmate reading, one might assume that you're definitely, you know, on the lookout, but at the same time, we might think that we want someone in our lives, and yet we might not actually be ready until we look inside ourselves and figure out some things. And it looks like with the King of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, you have done that at this point when you meet your soulmate. Okay, Taurus, so now we're going to clarify the Queen of Swords and the World card. That would represent, by the way, Libra energy. Could also be Aquarius or Gemini, and with the World card, we have the fixed signs, which again are Aquarius, and then Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. So, okay, Spirit, 2 cards to clarify these for Taurus's first impression. First card out, we have the 7 of Swords, which is Aquarius energy. Okay. I already see what that means. So if you know anything about tarot and see the 7 of Swords, don't let it worry you. Spirit, please clarify the world of the Queen of Swords for Taurus's first impression of their soulmate. One more card to clarify. Oh, good grief, I hate it when that happens. It doesn't usually, so it's rather irritating. The next card that came out is the 3 of Cups, which is Cancerian energy. And once again, please excuse me for just a second while I grab these cards that fell so unceremoniously and violently onto the floor for no apparent reason, as I was shuffling like I normally do. So this must have a lot of energy attached to it. That sounds kind of goofy. I mean, sometimes readers will say things like, oh, it's my throat chakra every time they have to clear their throat. And I'm not, like, saying anything bad about them. But to me, it's like some things just happen because they happen. Like, maybe, you know. But lots of times when I am shuffling, or flipping cards, and things just fly all over the place, that can be an indication to me that there's a higher amount of energy that I'm channeling in the reading. Okay, so let's look at this. For your first impression of your soulmate, they're going to come across at first as somebody, I love the way this came out. Okay, so you probably can't see too well on the camera, but right here where I'm pointing is the Queen of Swords, and then the card that flipped over that I put on top of her to clarify is the 7 of Swords, whereas over here you've got the World, and up here clarifying it is the 3 of Cups. What I'm picking up from this very clearly is that this person may give a first impression of being kind of cut off. You know, that they've kind of reached a spot where, like, they're done with it. They've closed everything up, and now they're not really open to receiving offers or to making new connections. However, we see there with the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Cups that that's actually kind of a front they're putting on. So this person may at first seem kind of cold or detached or unreachable, but that's actually deceptive. Not that they're intending to purposely be deceptive, but don't let your first impression of this person turn you off, Taurus, because they're actually just being strategic, trying not to be hurt, when in reality, they like to meet new people. They like to make connections and open their heart and all that kind of stuff. It's just that they have that Queen of Swords world vibe of, you know, I don't know who I should let in, and I'm going to be very careful about who I choose. People have to be genuine. People have to be truthful to reach me. So, yes, you may get a first impression that they're a little bit cold, or not even that harsh, but just that they're a little bit maybe they're not open to making new connections, but that's actually not the case. So to clarify the Hermit for their physical appearance, so far I'm getting someone who, you know, doesn't look like they get out much, which is kind of obvious, but let's see how it's clarified. First card out is Judgment, Major Arcana for Scorpionic energy. Okay. And Spirit, please give me one more card to clarify the Hermit. And we've got the 3 of Swords. From the After Tarot, you can see the swords falling down there. That's Libra energy. Okay, well, physical appearance, of course, is not the most important thing that you want to notice or go for in a person, and you know, but at the same time, if it is your soulmate and you're intending on having a physical relationship, which not all soulmates are romantic, please keep that in mind. But if this is that type of connection, Of course, you want to be physically attracted to the person. However, I'm getting from these cards that this person, you know, it may be obvious, but they've recently gone through something, you know, so they might, the first time you meet them, maybe, you know, say it's like a female that's your soulmate, and she normally keeps her hair dyed, you know, or bleached blonde, and it's usually, you know, she's put it up in curlers and dresses and heels or whatever, and then, you know, you kind of, I mean, okay, I'm sorry, let me back up, because if you've already seen her that way, that would be your first impression, and maybe it was, but at any rate, their general physical appearance that's gonna be prevalent when you first start interacting with this person. They may seem like they've kind of given up in a way. I know that doesn't sound too appealing, but with the Judgment card, you know, they're dealing with their past where they had this heartbreak and now they're in hermit mode. So even if they don't look like, if they haven't been maintaining their appearance as well as usual, they may just be kind of like, if it's a woman who normally, you know, not all women wear makeup, I don't, but, you know, if it's a woman, maybe she's not wearing her makeup or dressing as cute as usual. If it's a man, maybe he hasn't been working out for a couple weeks, and so he just seems like a little more tired than usual, or he's not really fucking with his hair, that kind of thing. I think you get my drift. It sounds weird, but alright, moving on. That's all I can pick up for that. We're going to go to the Death card for their personalities, Scorpio energy. Spirit, please clarify the Death card for Taurus's soulmate. Okay, and the first card to flip over is the Emperor. Major Arcana for Aries energy. We got 2 majors so far for personality. So this will definitely be a person who stands out, is the first thing I want to say, from the crowd. And then the next card that came out to clarify that is the Knight of Pentacles. So I see that as Taurus or Virgo energy, possibly Capricorn. Okay, so with the Death card, this person may seem to have gone through a transformation. Now, if you didn't know their personality before, it might not be that easy to recognize that. But it could also be that this is a type of person who is interested in constant growth and self-development, and therefore they're always transforming, which is kind of how we want to be. So that's a good quality. But not only that, this person, they're very controlled, and they take things very slowly and patiently. Now with the Emperor there, I'm not picking up really a controlling vibe, but just that they're very careful about the way that they do things in their life. You know, that they kind of look ahead and plan. That's how obviously this person would have gotten to the King of Pentacles energy. That's not always the case, because some people can win the lottery or get inheritances, but I think you catch my drift. It's talking about the person's personality. So this person has enough self-discipline and patience to get to where they want to go. They're constantly transforming into what they need to be, or to what their soul leads them to be. So it's a very determined person, and a very persistent person for what they want. Okay, Taurus. Next we're moving on to the Queen of Cups for hardships or lessons. To clarify that, first came out the Six of Swords, Aquarius energy. Spirit, please give me one more card to clarify hardships. Okay. And then we've got the Four of Wands, Aries energy. Hardships or lessons for the two of you. I'm definitely picking up that it's important to remember the emotional aspect of things. To feel the love, to feel the compassion and the kindness, and use your intuition. You know, it seems like this person may have been through a difficult time at some point, which is pretty common. Nowadays, people can go through many relationships before they really find one where they can settle, but it can be easy to really close off your heart. And as we saw in the first impression of this person, they may seem closed off, but actually deep down with that Three of Cups, they have a wellspring of emotion to operate from. So the hardship and lesson here, you know, you don't want to just say, okay, this person's closed off, they're disciplined, they're kind of, you know, they're very in control, and so there's no emotional aspect. No, it's like if you kind of hold on and try to operate from that space, that will take you to a calmer place where you start, you know, you're able to see celebrations in your future, possible commitment, see this person as your twin flame or soulmate, you know, leading to long-term commitment, like a wedding or moving in together. So if you focus on the love, it will take you guys to a brighter, happier place than from that which you may begin. Okay. And finally, we have the Hierophant for your overall feelings for this person, Taurus. The Hierophant can indicate several different things, so I'm not going to speak on that until I get the clarifiers. The first one out is the Knight of Wands. Okay, I'm getting a playful, passionate sort of energy from this Knight of Wands. That's fire energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And let's get one more. Please clarify the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands for Taurus's overall feelings. Okay. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like you may kind of waver with this person between being very serious and, you know, this is a person that I can see being with for life, entering some kind of contract with, and sort of a more playful vibe with them. And those don't have to contradict. It doesn't have to mean they can't coexist also. I just said that you may kind of vary because there's a Two of Pentacles, but that can also be sort of keeping both things in play, and one may take more prevalence or importance at one time than the other, and vice versa, back and forth. So you're going to kind of feel passionate for this person and attracted to them with the King of Wands. There's kind of a fun energy, you know, you two may be going out and exploring new restaurants together, going traveling, whatever. And also, though, the serious commitment of the Hierophant with, you know, I know this is a spiritual union, and it may lead to a very strong, solid commitment between you two. So that's what I'm seeing for your Who Is My Soulmate reading, Taurus. I hope that you enjoyed it, or that it at least gave you some clarity on something. And if so, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Come back and see me again, and have a great rest of your week, Taurus. See you later. Bye.